Hello and welcome to today's product review. I'm going to look at the small MP3 player called a Snow Angel. Basically in this small BX02, or there is a larger BX07, and this one is £49.95 and the smaller one £39.95, and they are here in the UK, so you don't need to pay import tax. Now you can go onto the internet and find these very cheap, but you have to import them from China, and obviously then you'll probably get hammered for import duty and postage and everything else, and it's quite costly if you only want one item. The Snow Angel is an MP3 player. It's quite small but very powerful. It's a fairly loud player that I use personally for my classes. When I'm teaching classes, I can play background music. You can play it obviously with the MP3 format, or you can have the native WMA from Windows Media. I'm going to talk about the smaller one, which I shall unbox in a moment, but I also want to talk about this BX07, which is a larger one, because I tend to use this one. It has a carrying handle, which can be quite useful because then you don't start pressing buttons and things on here. You can actually carry it. To be honest with you, I think I would probably put some sticky tape round, because it's metal and it can be quite sharp if you're not careful. On one of the versions that I had, because I've had these for years, and they do break down after a time. I mean, I use mine 7 days a week, probably 3 or 4 hours a day, and they play 1 hour of music every time. The last one lasted for a couple of years, and then the buttons sort of went a bit weird, and I've replaced it with this one, which is fine. 2 speakers are on the front and the controls are on top, and the same orientation for the smaller one, which I'll show you in a minute, but all the other stuff is on the back, where you put your SD card and power socket and a headphone socket as well, plus the USB port for transferring your music onto a small hard drive type thing inside. It's not actually a hard drive. It's like an SSD memory storage. So it's fixed into the actual device. These smaller version has also got a radio on it, so FM radio that you could do and listen to music. There is, I believe that there is an optional aerial thing that you can plug into it. I have to look in the box, but I don't think it comes with the aerial. I know one of my versions did come with the aerial. Let's talk about the BX02, which is this one here, which we will. There's obviously the instructions. Then we open up. There's a bit of foam, which we don't need. Then we have the device. Now you can see that is really small compared to that one, and in actual fact, if you measure it, it is basically this one with the front panel, and the speakers which are on the front here are actually on each side of it, and then all the stuff is on the back. It also comes with a little box, inside which you will find the various bits and pieces that you need, such as a charger. The charger, by the way, is a standard Asian type prong, 2-pin prong, which you will need to have one of these adapters, travel adapter, to be able to charge your device. However, if you purchase any of these items today, then you'll get one of these free. Okay, so don't worry about having to source one. There's a USB cable. There is a remote control device, so you can actually control the Snow Angel with the remote control. I've never actually used mine. And then lastly, there's a stereo 3.5 cable. So how does it perform? Well, I'm not going to unwrap this one because obviously it's brand new and I want to be able to sell it. So I'm going to use my larger one, which to be fair has exactly the same performance and keys and function as my smaller one here. So the Snow Angel BX07. Now, as you can see, I've got an SD card in there on which I've got some tracks. I use my SD card for developing an hours long session of music that I can just plug in, and then I can have another SD card with another set of music, so I don't have to keep on uploading to this machine if I want to change the music like you would do if you had an MP3 player. You would have to keep on uploading the music to it. Well, this one you can actually have it on SD card and basically plug it in. One important point is that you need to do before you turn it on, if you are going to use the SD card, is that you need to make sure that you plug the SD card in before you turn it on, because it will not recognise the card after, and then you have to turn it off. The buttons on top you'll see are fairly obvious. So we turn it on there, and after a little while the display says hello. It comes configured in basically many different languages. You will find that you need to play around with it. There are looping controls, so it plays music continuously, or it will stop, or it can repeat tracks or things like that, which you may need to play around with. Changing the language as well is one of them that you need to do straight away. It could be a little bit difficult because you don't know how to do that. So if you get any problems, then you'll need to comment below and I can talk you through it. So this is, it says on the front there that we're on track 1. And I'll just put my glasses on so I can actually see it. It's got, it tells you the number of tracks, so there's 12 tracks on here. It's an MP3. I've set the type of music to normal. You can have things like bass, or you can have tonal qualities of it, so you can change all that. It tells you the volume and the length of the track. Volume control up and down, and then we just press the button again to play. And we're on volume 14. I know it's quite difficult to tell how loud that is, but it's sort of background music. The volume goes up to 30, which if you had a large room and you were doing, say, a meditation or something like that, and you had music and talking, it would be sufficient for everybody to hear it in the room. So 20 other people can benefit from this, and it's quite a small system. In my opinion, the BX2, the smaller one, is actually louder. I believe it's louder than this one, but I don't know why. On the back you can plug in, so if you had a say you had an MP3 player, like a little tiny one, so instead of using the earphones, what you could do is you can use the 3.5 cable you can plug it in there and into your MP3, and you can use this as a speaker. The card limit is 2 GB, so you can't have a larger card than that. So you couldn't have a 8 or 16 gig card. You'd have to limit it to the 2 gig limit, and that's, these days, if you have an MP3, you know, you can get quite a few tracks on there. So there we go. That is the BX07. £49.95 and £2.50 postage in the UK. So if you're interested in one of those, then comment below. In actual fact, if you want a BX07, I only have one left, and I have no plans to buy any more. Basically, all of the import duties and everything else doesn't make it very cost effective, and I know that you can buy speaker systems that are cheaper than this, and they're available now, so I'm not going to be getting any more of these bigger ones. However, I have half a dozen, I think it is, of these BX02, which is £39.95 and £2.50 postage. So if you want one of those, there's 5 on the table. So if you want one, comment below and I'll send you a PayPal link. You can pay for it today. Don't forget, you get an adapter plug. Get one of those free. I know you can buy them for less than £1, but you know, why spend more money? You know, it's when I found it. These because they come from China. I imported them from China, so they are a really good Chinese product. The funny thing about this is when you turn this on, first of all, you're going to get Backstreet Boys. so when you press play, you immediately get Backstreet Boys. Right then, so thank you. That's it. That's the end of the product review. If you want one, then you need to be quick. Comment below. Otherwise, this is a review, and you might well be able to get one on the internet. I'm not too sure if they are still available. I've had these for a year or two now. In fact, I've used this bigger one. I've used it for nearly 7 years. That's how long it's been out. And I've had probably over that time I probably have 3 of these, because they do wear out. I mean, when you're using it every day and you're pressing the buttons and things, then they do go wrong. If you have liked this video, then give it a thumbs up please, and subscribe to my channel if you can, for more product reviews. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now.